Hello and welcome back to the final session. In this session, we'll be talking about the design thinking process step number 4, and that's biology. And we will connect this particular step with the business context. So, in this particular step, we will have plenty of questions that we need to answer it in detail to the business people because this is the final step. And after this particular step, we will start the implementation. So, before implementation, we need to answer uh, to business peoples very precisely and descriptively. So that's why this step becomes very crucial when we think of the business context of our solutions or our product that we are thinking of and we are putting into the design thinking process. So same way, what we discussed in the previous three steps, chemistry, physics, and maths, same way we can think of here as well. There are some of the questions that we can answer it, easy questions, but we need to answer it properly and descriptively. Let's make it design thinking simpler today as well with this particular step. Design the biology is the nerve system of design thinking process, as we all know. We discuss about the techniques like interview and prototyping. We discuss about the artifacts of feature listing and assumptions and also prototyping. If we can connect this particular thing with the business context, it feels like some of the customer feedback we need to accomplish, some of the solutions that we can came up, we need to rethink on it based on the customer feedbacks. So all these having multiple questions on the business side of it. Let's quickly dig into it. What are those questions? What tool do we need to use it? What tool do we need to use it on the customer feedback or tracking purpose? Because we need to track all the feedback of the customers so that we can make our decisions. So this question is also reliable on mostly on the project team side. What tools they need to use it in future as well. If they need to do any customer feedback, this tool can be helpful. How do we need to gather the feedback? So there are different techniques of getting the feedback and the putting the feedback on the system as well. So there are multiple ways to put a feedback, multiple customer groups that we are entering or observing, we can get the feedback. So gathering the feedback is also a good thing where if we have the central place where we can gather all the feedback together, it will be very easiest thing for the business people to understand the customer feedback quickly and easily. We can think of the customer values, which solution of our testing and which what we are testing to the customers are impacting or improving the customers value immensely. Because if we are increasing the customer values providing our solutions or testing our solutions with, that will give us the business goal immediately. We don't need to wait for business goal to achieve. It will be achieved immediately if we are solving the customer values. So if we can write it down over here, the customer values which we are solving it or maybe improving it. If we are not solving it, if we already solved it, if we are improving something, that we can list it down, business people can go through it, and it will give them the immense idea what element of solutions are impressive, because we need to show them the business people, the customer feedback came saying that okay, this particular thing that you have on your prototype is impressive, it is very useful for me. So those kind of feedbacks also we need to share with them so that they can understand, okay, full product or the full solution, maybe this particular part liked by most of our customers, based on our feedback, that we need to show them. Which solution will not work, this is also very important when we are thinking of the solutions. At that step, if we can think saying that these solutions will help them immensely, and while doing the customer feedback we came to know that this solution will not at all working for them, that also we need to show the business people saying that this particular solutions will won't work for the customers, that we think of that these are the good solutions. How do we measure the success of the solution? This is very crucial and very important thing. Measuring the success on both the sides, on customer side and our side, both are important, and this question answer will be the final decision maker of the implementation. So we need to give this particular questions answer very precisely, descriptively, and properly think. This success criteria we can think of on two sides, on customer side as well as on our side. Sometimes we can think of product success or measuring the product success only on the business side of it. No, we need to measure the success of the product on customer side of it as well. So just an example, let's give you the example on two side of it. Let's say the customer side of it. How can we measure our product success on customer side? Is customer's problem solved? Is customer spending less time? Just an example. If customer is paying less money. So this kind of things, if we can get answered, these are the success of our product or our solutions that we are proposing. On the other side, on our side, that mostly every company is doing it on the measure of the success. How much client retention we have, how much new client onboarding we have for this particular product, how much quarterly or the yearly target of this particular product to be achieving the business goals. So those are some success criteria on the our side of it. Remember, put down all the points on the customer side success as well. This will give the business people a very good idea on customer side of it as well. So this, based on this particular questions, most of the decisions will be taken on implementation side. So please make sure to be descriptive and properly answer this particular question. Are we ready for the implementation? So let's say we solve the problem on the customer feedback, we receive the good feedback. Now we need to answer this question, are we ready? Meaning, do we have proper resources on our side? Do we need any external help? Do we need and resources that can help us with some of the things? So all the things that we need to think of and answer this question, saying, are we ready now to implement this particular solutions? Who will be involved in this particular step? As I said, customer, because we need to do a customer interview. We need an external expert to solve the customer feedback questions and also help us to implementation side as well, and projecting that we needed in this particular step. Technically, approximately it will take a 1 week to take the customer feedback, written down the customer feedback on our systems, written down the questions that we just discussed right now. It will take a 1 week approximate time to complete this particular step. Prerequisites are step number 1 to 3, whatever we discussed into the previous step, and artifacts that we needed, those are prerequisites here. Good user experience, because we are testing the prototypes here. So somebody who has the good knowledge on the user experience or user design, they can help us in this particular step immensely. Okay, and definitely open-minded and lack of criticism, because these are customer feedback. Some feedback may disturb some of the people, so we need to be open-minded and we don't need to criticism to anybody. So that's it on the business context of biology. So what we have learned till now, or what we discussed till now, is all the steps, step number 1 to 4. We connected the business context so that while solving the problem or understanding the problem from the step 1, we can include business people from step number 1, because we need to include them, because we don't need to waste our time on doing the understanding the problem analysis, doing the testing, and then final product that we can think of, this is what we can implement, and then we present to the business people at the end and they will reject it. So before doing that one, I think if we can involve them from step number 1, I am not saying to involve them into the process of doing this thing. I am just saying to telling them these are the questions, only these are 6 to 7 questions, and we need to answer them properly and send them saying that, okay, step number 1, these are the 6 things that we can think of on the business context. These are the answers that we can think of on the business context that we are currently understanding the problem of step number 1, so that they can also give us the proper feedback on the step number 1, saying that, okay, you are on the right way, or okay, we don't have time right now to do it. So business context is always needed in each and every steps. If we are involving business people from the very first day, it will help us save our own time and our own efforts, and also on their side, and also at the end company. So that is very needed, and that's the reason I came up with this particular playlist. I hope you guys have liked it. I will post this all the questions into the descriptions so that you guys can think of, you guys can answer those questions. Please like my video, subscribe to my channels. I'll come up with the another playlist later this month as well. So till that time, stay safe and bye bye.